All right, y'all. Tyrese decided to give us heathens, us uneducated heathens, a lesson in Jamaican patois. All right. So Tyrese just learned what raasclaat, bomboclaat, blah blah blah. He just learned what that meant, and he wanted to share with us what it means. He just found out. So he feels like we should know when we're screaming these, which if you're Caribbean, you know, Jamaicans, especially Jamaicans, but Haitians, we always, bomboclaat. We're always, yelling out those things, but it's a Jamaican term. So let's see what he had to say. I swear, Tyrese, he's doing. All right, here we go, Mr. Tyrese. Since you got your degree, let me start this. Ugh,
Happy Saturday around the world.
and you
For
think you know
all
everything.
of the true Jamaicans, I want you to jump in my comments and confirm this. And for all of the Jafakans, all of the ones who say these words every day and don't even know what they're saying
We know
and
what it
don't know
means.
what the origins is of what they're saying, oh man, I just got a lesson of life from a real, true Jamaican, born and raised. Did y'all know that bomboclaat, raasclaat, and pussyclaat? Do you know what those words mean? Do you know what the true origins of those words mean? Let me give it to you again. Bomboclaat, raasclaat, pussyclaat. You know what those words mean?
First of all,
If you know what those words mean, I want you to jump in my comments and spell it out for the world. Because, see, I've been hearing this my whole life. It took me Saturday night. Mom, what's today's date? You know?
This is the 20th, 19th, 20th, tomorrow.
Today is the 20th of September.
Mhm.
Oh, God.
21st,
I didn't
actually.
even know that. Saturday, September 20th. I have just been educated. Groundbreaking stuff. Wow. Wow. Mom, what are the parts of Jamaica that's like the real streets, real level?
Yeah, you don't want to say that.
No? Okay. All right. Moving on.
Because somebody might feel like they're bad man and they can go out there, seat and try it out. Yeah, I'm not putting anyone in danger like that.
Okay. Got you. All right. Moving on. See, that just tells me you got, you understand a thing or two about the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Uh huh. Uh huh. So
Don't go to
listen,
the wrong
y'all.
place and say that to the wrong person. Come back in the box.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, mama said, okay. Y'all heard what it is. Y'all know what it is. Listen, please jump in the comments and explain the origins and the real history of those three that I just mentioned. I'm not going to say nothing. If you know what I'm talking about and you understand what it actually means, jump in the comments. I'm a smarter man right now, smarter than a lot of y'all. And I'm not even from the islands. Oh, my. Oh, God.
Okay, don't you hate when somebody just learned something? Now they feel like they have to impart their newly obtained knowledge on all of the rest of us peons. First of all, the Caribbean massive, for the most part, knows what. First of all, it's bomboclaat, raasclaat, pussyclaat. You got to really say it with gusto. Okay, you don't just say it politely. Bumbaclad, rasclad. No, you need to put some vim and vigor when you yell out those terms. And yes, they are derogatory terms. You see, that must be his girlfriend's mother in the background. He keeps saying mom. Maybe it's her mother, and she's Jamaican, and he's trying to like, oh, what part say this? She said, listen, don't put me in your shit, Tyrese. All right, excuse me, because she knows those are inappropriate words. If you are not from that culture, don't just be out here screaming the word out, especially, first of all, especially in front of a elder person. So the mother has to be older than Tyrese. I'm appalled that he was saying all that in front of her face. That is an affront. That is insulting. Certain words, there's certain words now I cannot say in front of my parents. Haitian words, words in Creole. There are even certain songs I will not play or listen to in front of them. There are words that may seem innocent, but in our cultures, they have a meaning that is far more worse. It is a huge insult. It may not seem like it in the English language. You're just saying, oh, it's a bloody pad. So bomboclaat, it's like a ass wipe. And I've heard people say that in the States. Oh, you ass wipe, you asshole. So it's like a butt cloth. And it comes from slavery days. So let's read some of the comments, okay? Boomsiclaat. It's a sanitary. It was like a pad. It was like a substitution. They didn't have pads back in the day, so that's what they used as pads during a woman's menstrual cycle. Raasclaat. I'm not sure about the raasclaat. It might mean anyway some kind of cloth, maybe ass cloth. Raasclaat, bumbleclot. Your bum. That's what it is. So we learned that in history class. Those are terms from days of slavery. Bomboclaat, raasclaat, pussyclaat were cloth used to wipe or cover private parts. For example, underwear, undergarments. Bloodclaat were women's underwear when on their period. Slave masters used those words to speak about underwear of women. The female slave used to hang the cloth used during their monthly blood, probably after washing them. Over time, with the dialect, it changed a bit, but essentially, all the words are the same meaning, speaking of women underwear. Okay. Again, a lot of people know what this means, Tyrese. They were the rags used back in the day for women. Okay. Someone wrote Jesus is Lord. See, look how you say bomboclaat, pussyclaat, raasclaat. Bad curse word, ignorance cause. Yes. So you can't be sitting there in the face of adults. And I'm saying adult because listen, especially in our culture, yes, we're like 40, 45, but your parents are still alive. They are the adults. That's why I say in the face of adults, 60, 70, 80, like boomers. You cannot be thrown that word around. Now she's going to see you as uncouth and disrespectful. Like, I couldn't believe it. So in Haitian Creole too, we have a lot of words like that. So there's a word latrine. Latrine is a latrine. It's an outhouse, right? That doesn't seem like a bad word. I cannot say that in the face of Haitian older Haitian people. I cannot say that because the word is associated with feces and it's dirty and just it's an outhouse. So in English we can say outhouse, we can say porta potty. In Haitian Creole, you cannot use that word when you're speaking in front of people, in front of a general folk. You can't use that word. When people use that word when they are cussing you out, and can't nobody cuss people out more than Haitian people. Hey, listen, if you get cussed out by a Haitian, shit, they use some of the most vulgar words, and words like latrine are used for that, for vulgar, to really go to town on someone. Another word, guas. So guas means pregnant, right? But it's not the proper term. So like guas is like saying, oh, she's knocked up, she got knocked up. It's like a slang word. Guas, you can't say, I can't be around my parents or older Haitians and say guas. I cannot talk like that. It's improper, it's offensive, right? And I think guas back in the day must have been, these are vested terms that are vestiges of slavery. I guess they were used back then. The slave masters treated us like shit, and they would probably use these terms till this day. You just cannot say it in society. If you do speak like that, you're regarded as a person who is uncouth, like Tyrese here. He doesn't know, but you're just sitting there casually throwing around these words. It's not polite. So guas, I you can't say that. It's impolite, it's improper. You have to say, even enceinte, enceinte means pregnant. That's the proper word, right? You can't, if a woman is married and she's pregnant, they don't like to say li enceinte, she's pregnant. They say, oh, you can ask, oh, where's so and so? Oh, they're like, oh, li gen belle maladie. She has belle means beautiful, maladie means sickness, like you're sick. So Haitians will say, to be polite, right? They'll say Oligen belle maladie. That means she has the beautiful sickness. And that means you're pregnant. That's the polite word. The polite way of saying, oh, so she's pregnant. Guas was really reserved for people who were pregnant out of wedlock, and it's degrading and it's an insult, so you can't use that. And certain words I know, so I remember when I was in church, just to give you guys how I grew up, how we are in the Caribbean. Words matter in the Caribbean. Even the most benign word that you think, it just can't be used. And a lot of us millennials or kids born here, we get a pass because we don't know how they used to speak. But there are some words you cannot say. I remember in church, someone was like, oh, li fouet. No, fouet. Fouet means like to put something. But in Creole, fouet means like you're like struggling to like put something somewhere. Like if your hand gets stuck, if you're trying to reach something, or you're struggling to put something, place something somewhere. So this guy was explaining something like, oh, he was la fouet en bagay, right? And we're young, we're like, okay. All the older people gasped, and we were like, why is everyone gasping? He just said he was trying to put something somewhere. But they were like, no. And my mom later was like, no, you can't say fouet in front of people just like that, because it was in front of the whole assembly, the whole church. And this guy came to the States when he was younger, so he didn't know a lot of the Creole, the nuances of Haitian Creole. So they were like, no, fouet. So basically it has a sexual connotation. It's like you're this is so stupid, but it's like fouet. It's like you're struggling. The only time people struggle is when trying to, use your imagination. What goes on during sex? You're trying to struggle to put something in something. So because it's like I can't explain it, but that word in that context, you cannot use it. You cannot. You just can't in front of people. And or if you happen to use a word that you have to use it, you have to first say permette m'expression. That means please permit my expression, and then you use the word. See, there are certain ways the old school Haitians used to speak, and it's a lost art. We don't know that anymore. We just don't know. I know some of it from church, but certain words I know you're not supposed to throw out there. A lot of them are associated with filth. A lot of them are words that are vestiges of slavery, and you cannot use it in society. So, Tyrese, I'm happy that you got a lesson in what bomboclaat, raasclaat. I'm happy, but please don't see PC vulgar term to insult or expression anger. Please don't go around now and start throwing that word around all willy nilly. Don't do it. Let's see. I'm looking at the comments. As a yardie, big up me nice, clean, real Jamaicans, them straight out of St. Anne to blood clot. Oh, God. Yeah. Again, everyone's explaining the origins of the word, okay? All right, guys, let me go, okay? Have a beautiful blood clot Saturday, all right?